Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be a project pan update, so I hope you enjoy. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe if you have not already, and let's get into it. As always, this will be a video where I put the products on and show you how they perform on my face and how the formulas work, and this is a full face of using all of my project pan products as well. So there's been quite a bit of time between my last update. I wanted to do updates every month and a half, almost 2 months, but it's been 3 months, and I kind of just strayed away from my project pan for a little while because I just wasn't reaching for the things. And if you've been watching my declutter video, then you know that I have a to tries bin, so I've really been focusing on that over the past couple months, and I think that's probably the majority of the reason of why I've been straying away from my project pan products. But I do have some exciting updates, so let's begin with those. Would you believe it if I told you I had 3 empties and I've completely panned 3 products? Because you should, because I did. It's so exciting. The first product I finished is finally is the Glossier Gen G in the shade Trench. I had a tiny little sliver of product left above the bullet that I feel like I could have called it done the last time I updated you all, but I decided not to, and this time I'm calling it done. I'm not going to dig out of the bullet, and it is concave now, so I did kind of dig my lip in there and dig my finger in there for a little while, but this is officially done in my books. And there is definitely still product in there, but I'm not gonna go as far as to dig it out because I don't want to. So this is completely rolled all the way to the top, button to the top, trench coat button to the top. Does anyone know about that? Anyway, this is rolled all the way to the top, and it is concave, as you can see. So I dug my finger in it for a little while for a few wears, but then I decided, this is good enough. This is what I would call a pan. I'm so happy about finishing this. It feels really good to finish a lipstick. I think this might be the very first lipstick I've ever finished, and it makes sense because I absolutely love this shade. I love the formula of this, and I even have a backup of it already because before I decided to put this in my project pan, I noticed I was getting low, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't be without this. Little did I know at the time, it takes forever to finish something up, and I definitely didn't need to buy a backup, but I did. So I do have a backup of this, but it's just because I love it so much, and I was definitely still in that scarcity mindset. I'm happy that I have a backup, but I didn't need it, and I think if I didn't buy one, I wouldn't repurchase this right away because I do have so many products, and I would wait for me to miss it or something like that. But I do have a backup, and I love this shade. If you are a similar skin tone to me, I think you would absolutely love this. And if you prefer kind of a lipstick balm hybrid, then you would really like this too. The Ultralip is one of my favorite lipstick formulas, I would say, because it's just very hydrating. It's pigmented enough to be called a lipstick, but it's not like a satin finish. It doesn't make my lips look really wrinkly and dry, and it's hydrating and really comfortable on the lips. So I absolutely love this. I really liked having this in my project pan. Honestly, it was really easy to finish. It took a very long time. However, I enjoyed using it. There wasn't a moment where I was hate panning this at all. And I feel like that's a very successful pan if you're not going out of your way to just use it up, and I didn't feel like that with this product. So I'm so happy about this. I'm finally finished with it. I feel proud. Feels good to finish makeup. It really does. It also really puts into perspective how long things take to finish. I will say that every single update because truly it does. And it's still not gotten through my noggin because I still buy makeup, not very often anymore these days, especially since I receive PR, but I still buy makeup, and I truly shouldn't. I shouldn't. Said it here first. The second product I finished is the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Concealer. This also took me so long to finish, even when I was at the very bottom and I thought, oh, this is done. I would keep clicking it, and more product would come out. It felt like a magic trick, and they were punking me because why did it take so long to finish this? This I also really liked. I understand why this is such a popular product and has been a popular product for years, decades, I feel like at this point. It was very nice, but I don't think I would repurchase this. I do feel like this is maybe a little bit too full coverage for me at this point in my makeup taste, and this shade was much too light for me as well. I feel like even at my lightest, it was maybe a shade too light. It was very brightening, and I really did enjoy it when I wore it when I was like my lightest skin tone. I think if I were to repurchase this, I would get maybe like a shade or two deeper because it was just way too light for me. But I'm not going to repurchase this, and I don't think I will in the future either, just because I have so many concealers, probably enough to last me a lifetime. And I liked this. This is something I would 100% recommend because it looks really nice. It does really brighten the under eyes. The formula is amazing. It's really creamy. It doesn't dry out the under eyes, and I have dry skin, but it is quite full coverage. So I 100% would recommend this. This is such a great drugstore product, but for me, I'm not going to be repurchasing this like probably ever, to be honest, just because I've had my time with it. I enjoyed it. I know what the formula is like, and I'm ready to move on to other things. But so happy to have this finished. Yeah, I'm just so happy to have this concealer finished. This is like the third, or sorry, I have dog hair on my face. I think this is the third concealer I finished in all of my project pans. So I feel like concealers are a good thing for me to get through with project pans. They do take me a very long time, but I do get through them, so that's good. As you can see, I am completely done with this. I cannot twist this anymore, and product will not come out anymore, so this is finally done. So excited. I've had this for such a long time. Years. Probably like 4 or 5 years. The third and final product I finished is the Benefit brow pencil, the Precisely My brow pencil. This is in the shade 6, and I absolutely love this as well. This also made me realize how long it takes to finish a brow pencil. Like I said before, I know these things, but I'm just really reminded when I do project pans because they take such a long time. I will say I do get through brow pencils quicker than other things just because there's so little product in them, and I do tend to use them every single time I do my makeup. But yeah, this took a long time regardless. I loved this. I actually would repurchase this because I find that this brow pencil works a lot better for me than other brow pencils. I really like the shade. I really like the consistency. I do like that it has a spoolie at one end and is just like a classic brow pencil because I do really like a spoolie at the end of my brow pencils. I just thought this was a solid brow pencil. I do find myself missing this when I'm using other brow pencils, so I would repurchase this actually. I also have a ton of brow pencils, but this is something that I would want kind of like in case I really hated everything else, because I know I can depend on this formula and I really like it. So I loved using this as well, and I would repurchase it. I probably won't repurchase it right away, but this is definitely something like on my list of, oh, I need to get that if I really am desperate for it. But this is finally done. There is absolutely nothing left in there. This is also scrolled all the way to the top. Benefit really does do their brow products so well, and yeah, I loved this so much. But I am happy to have it done and out of my collection because that means I can move on to something else. And I've completed a product. So these 3 products are the things that I finished, and so happy to have 3 more things out of my project pan and 3 more products finished. It always feels so great. Next, I'll do my primer. This I am actually kind of upset that I haven't finished because I should have focused on it and I would have had it done by this video, but I can't say it's done because there is still enough product in here, probably for like, I want to say like 2 more uses, maybe like even 3 more uses, because I don't use a ton of this when I use this on my face. But look, it's like basically done. I just wouldn't call this finished completely yet. So this is just pissing me off, to be honest. It takes so long. I don't think I would repurchase this one because E.L.F is doing some weird stuff these days, and I don't know that I want to support it anymore. And this just, it's not like hitting like it used to. It's not doing what I want it to on my face as much as I thought it would. I do like this. It is moisturizing. It does fill the pores, but I think that there are better products probably out there, and it just, I'm not loving it anymore. I'm just not loving it anymore, and I'm glad I only have a couple more uses out of this and then I'll be able to call it done. I did declutter the green one of this that I have too because I just have so many primers and I'm ready to try something new. I've used this for such a long time. It is very nice. I did love it and I do think it's a good product. I'm just ready to move on with this. For sure by the next update, this will be done. For sure. I promise. Next, I have the PIXI by Petra under eye corrector in the shade Peach, and I just love this so much. I have not been using this that much. I actually started using it a little more the last like 2 weeks because I knew I was going to be filming this video soon. I just love it. Like every time I use it, I'm like, wow, this does such a good job at brightening my under eyes. The shade is just right for me for my under eye like coloring and the brightness that I want. It just seamlessly works with my skin tone. I'm kind of happy this is taking forever because I would say this is my favorite under eye corrector I've ever used. This and probably the Bobbi Brown like stick one, but I love this one so much. I do think that there probably is gonna show some progress when I look back at the pictures of this, but I didn't super focus on this the last like 3 months, and I probably will start the next couple months just because I'm remembering how much I love it and it just works so well. So that is the update on this. It's not too exciting. It's kind of hard to see the progress on this anyway, but I can tell that I'm getting through this. That feels good. And also I don't want this to go away. Like I really, really do like this. Next we have the YSL bronzer in the shade 2. And I really love this bronzer as well. I didn't use it too much, to be honest, over the last 3 months either. Probably like maybe like 10, 15 times over the last 3 months. And I do really like this. I've just, again, been focusing on the things on my to try bin for my declutter because there's a lot of bronzers that I need to figure out how I feel about them and get through them. But this one is so pretty. It blends so well into the skin. I really do like it. And I like that it works for my skin tone in my lighter skin tone stage like now and like when I'm a deeper skin tone as well. I really like this. We probably won't see too much progress because I don't know. It's just like not much happening here, but this is what it is looking like right now. And I'll be quite surprised if I see any difference, but we'll see. Next, we have the Pat McGrath blush in the shade Desert Rose, and I have mixed feelings about this. There are some days that I really like it, and then other days where I don't love it as much as I did a different day. I think this is so pretty though. The formula is really, really nice. It makes me want to revisit the other Pat McGrath blushes that I have and just use them because their formula is so pretty. It's just very easy to blend into the skin. It doesn't get too much too quickly, but sometimes I look at this on my face and I feel like it looks too orange or something. Like today when I put it on, I do love how my face turned out, but it just felt a little different and I didn't love it as much as I have other times. I wonder if I like this better when I'm not my deepest shade, but also not my lightest, and I'm somewhere in between, because I think I like this when I'm a little bit more tan than this, but I'm not as tan as like the tannest I can get. I'm confused, y'all. I don't know. I do really like this though. The formula is amazing. We'll see how I feel about this one, but right now I'm kind of feeling like so-so about it. I did, however, love this one. I use this one a lot on no makeup days when I was just like running out the door and I wanted a little color on my cheeks. This is so pretty on bare skin. You know what? I should try this one on bare skin because I have not tried this on bare skin yet, and I wonder if it'd be really pretty, but it does have like pearls in it, and usually I like to have a base on when I wear like a pearly product because it can kind of emphasize my texture when it's bare skin, but I wonder if it would look pretty on bare skin. Anyway, I love this one on bare skin. It just brightens my face up. It blurs my pores so beautifully, and it looks really natural even when I don't have any makeup on my face and just like moisturizer and sunscreen. So I've loved using this one so much. I'm so happy I own this because I know this is like one of the more original formulas of this. I think this might be the original formula of this because I know it was reformulated and then they did a new packaging and new formula. So I don't know how those are, but I've heard some people not love it as much as this one, and I really love this one, so I'm happy I do have it. And it's just lasted a long time. I can never go overboard with it. It's really easy to pop onto my cheeks and run out the door. It's really pretty when I have a full like face of makeup. It's just very versatile for me, and I really like how much use I'm getting out of it too. Like I feel good about having purchased this, and I feel like I'm getting so much use out of it, which makes me feel good because this is a spendy product for sure. I love this and I'm happy it's in my project pan. I don't know if we'll see much progress because this is kind of hard to see progress with. Really happy with this and I'm excited to keep using it, honestly. It's such a good product. Next we have the Becca Opal highlighter that has been in my project pan for a very long time. I also didn't use this a ton and I still stand by what I said in my last video where I don't really like this on my skin anymore. I just really like it on my eyes. I don't like it on my like cheeks, or I don't like it as a complexion product. I like it as an eye product and it just really emphasizes texture on my skin, especially now that I'm like getting older and I have more skin texture. So this isn't my favorite right now. Maybe that means I should declutter the other one that I have. It is just okay to me right now, which is shocking to say because I was like, oh, this is gonna be my favorite highlighter for the rest of my life, and it just isn't, especially since I'm not using it on my face, which is the intended use. So yeah, I didn't use this that much, and we'll see if sorry about this lighting. The sun is setting and my blinds are closed, so maybe I'll just move over to this direction. I don't know if I'll keep this in my project pan. I think I'll keep it in for a little bit longer just because I want to give it a few more chances, even though I've used the ish out of it. But I don't know what to say. I'm just not feeling this one as much anymore. I do like it on my nose. I think it's really cute on my nose, but I feel like I have other highlighters I could use on my nose, like this one. And I like the size. I'm feeling very apathetic toward this highlighter, I think, at this point in my project pan. Didn't get much use out of it. I'll see how I feel about it in the next update because I might end up honestly removing it because I want my project pan to feel fun and also be products that I love using, and this is becoming a product I don't love to use. Next up is the Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. This is such a beautiful setting powder. I stand by that still. I really like using this. I didn't use it a ton because I've been using the Patrick Star setting powder. So pretty. I really like that one, and I really like the Cali Ray one. That one's beautiful, their new one. I've been using that a lot too. So I've just been focusing on newer setting powders in my collection, but I still really like this. I didn't use it a ton, but I still am gonna keep it in my project pan and I really like it. So the progress on this probably won't be like too noticeable, but maybe you'll see a little bit of it. I will try and focus on this a little bit more until my next update. This is the Pat McGrath eyeshadow in the shade Statuesque, and I love this eyeshadow. I didn't use this a ton either. Honestly, I wasn't wearing a ton of eyeshadow the last few months. I don't know why. I just haven't been feeling it. But I feel like you can kind of see progress on this a little bit. We'll see when I look back at the pictures. I do feel like you can see progress with this one. And I love the shade of this. It's just so pretty. It's such a good everyday eyeshadow shade. It's a very good one and done. Really like this product. I'm gonna keep it in my project pan. Okay, like all my other videos, I freaking I misplaced one of my lip liners. It is the one that is the smallest too and is like the most satisfying to look at. It is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in this shade Pillow Talk Medium 2. I was using it so much over the last 3 months just because I really like it. It's such a good shade and it felt good to use a little nub of a lip liner and just like be like, this is my most used, most loved lip liner, can't you tell? And it was just a little tiny little thing. But I don't know where it is, and that makes it even harder to find because it is so tiny. I looked for like 10-15 minutes today and I couldn't find it. So hopefully I find that, because I would really like to finish that up in this project pan and not be like I lost it and I don't know where it is. Anyway, this is the shade Love Trap, and I am getting through this one. It is quite nubby as well. It's not as nubby as the other one, but I still really like this. So pretty, such a good formula. I love the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. They're such a great formula and I love the shades that I have of them. So this one is definitely like a purse lip liner for me. This one in Pillow Talk, it's something that I could throw on my lips, put a lip balm on top and call it a day, and I'm so happy with how the lip looks. It's super natural on me and I can like build it up to make a little bit more bold of a lip, but not too bold, but then I can wear it every day if I want to, and just like it's just like a very good everyday lip liner. So I really like this, continuing to keep it in my project pan. I like to put my project pan products in my purse and use them, but I tend to lose them when I do that. So I don't know if I should stop doing that or just maybe I should take better care of my things and keep track of them better. I swear I have ADHD though, so that's very difficult for me. Moving on to the last product, it is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Vanilla Beige. This is so pretty. I like this every single time I wear it. The smell is incredible. The texture is great. This is popular for a reason. It's a good product. I really, really like it. I've been using this a ton. I swear I've been using it a ton, but you can't, like, I can't, every time I try and show progress on this, I can't get it any lower than the line that is already on it, if that makes sense. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's like so little product in it that now that I can't push it out. I don't know what the situation is, but you can't see the progress in this, which is strange because I actually have used it a ton the last 3 months. So maybe this is a like you won't know it's done until it's done situation for me. You can't see any update because I can't get the product to go down. Maybe at this point I should start weighing it like you all have suggested, because I can't get it down any lower to be able to show a new line of use. So I'll weigh it today and see what it is like compared to the next time I do a project pan update. But love this. So happy to have it. That is everything, I think, of my project pan, other than that lip liner that I've misplaced. But I think I neglected quite a few of these products and then really focused on another few of these products because it felt a little uneven. Like I ignored a lot of the powder products, but I really focused on like the concealer, the lip product, and the brow pencil because I knew I could finish them up soon. So I really focused on them. I think I want to put a little bit more work into the powders this time around just because I would like to see more progress in them and think about whether or not I want to keep the blush and the highlighter in for the next update. I'll wear it a few more times over the next couple weeks and see how I feel about them and whether or not I want to replace them or if I want to remove them completely from my project pan, but we will see. Let me know how your project pan is going. I would love to hear about it. If you're having any like struggles with your products and how you feel about them like I am, I would love to hear your thoughts and your process with that as well. But I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. I hope you enjoyed. I love you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.